I chose to start with Suicide Solution to get the viewers warmed up. The main riff is very easy, and for that reason this lesson is beginner friendly. Although the album version of this song doesn't have a guitar solo, Randy did include several lead guitar fills which will keep the beginner as well as the advanced players on their toes. Phrase 1 begins with an A5 power chord. The 5th string is open. Play the 4th string 2nd fret with your index finger, and also bar the 3rd string 2nd fret with the index finger. Strum strings 5, 4, and 3. Then mute the strings with your picking hand. Then pick 2 palm muted, open 5th string A notes. Next, play a C5 power chord on the 3rd and 4th strings by barring the 5th fret with your ring finger. Pick both strings, let the chord ring out briefly, then slide down the neck while keeping pressure on the strings. Play an open G5 on the 3rd and 4th strings open, and end on the A5 power chord. Next, repeat the 2 open 5th string palm mutes, C5 on the 5th fret with a slide, G5, then A5. This is the main riff and will be repeated many times with several different endings. The first ending is a 6th string 3rd fret with the middle finger, give it a slight bend, then repeat the main riff. The second ending is on the 3rd string 5th fret with a half step dip on the tremolo bar. Pick the note, dip the bar, and return. If you're playing a guitar without a whammy bar, you can imitate the riff by picking the 5th fret, slide to the 4, and back up to the 5. Repeat the main riff. Then for the 3rd ending, Randy fretted the 5th string, 5th fret, that's with the index finger, then played the 6th fret with the middle finger, and pulled off to 5 again. The pull-off technique is achieved by picking the first note, then snapping your finger away from the string to produce the next note. So we pick 5, 6, pull off to 5, then drop down to the 3rd fret. And there are several more endings to this main riff, but for now let's practice it with these 3. Now let's put the main riff together and increase the speed a little bit, and you'll begin to see how it starts to take form. The song I Don't Know has more riffs and changes than most full-length albums. It starts with a hard-driving 16th note main riff, stocked with many lead fills as it repeats throughout the song. The chorus gives us a chance to breathe but only for a short while before picking up the pace with rapidly picked arpeggios. Musical breaks have us making use of center string power chords. The halftime section gives us a thorough example of Randy's classical guitar influences, with the use of both chords and scale runs. On the studio versions, there are several guitar parts woven together, which also cause modulation, giving an even deeper chorus effect than what is actually used. Since there are several guitar parts during this section, I also referenced a video to see what Randy played live, which is an added bonus lesson at phrase 15. Here, the song builds up again to a blistering solo that manages to cover most of the fretboard. Randy's guitar intro for I Don't Know begins with a slide down the 6th string from the 17th fret. This introduces phrase 1 and leads to the first chord, which is an A5. 5th string is open, 4th string's 2nd fret is held with the index, which is barred across the 3rd as well. After strumming strings 5 through 3, palm mute the 5th string and follow through with 16th notes. The count is 1, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Also, you'll notice that the open 5th string notes are not palm muted on the 3rd and 4th count. These are more accent notes rather than non-palm muted notes. What I mean by that is Randy dug in a little harder on these notes to give the rhythm more feel. It's probably easiest to learn the rhythm with straight 16th notes, then add the accents as you become more comfortable with the rhythm. Here's phrase 1 at a half-speed practice tempo. For phrase 2, we move our finger bar from the A5 up to the 4th fret for a B5. As with the guitar parts in Suicide Solution, here we are only playing the middle strings, strings 3 and 4 on the 4th fret, which is followed by the same palm muted open A5 rhythm, or galloping rhythm, which we applied to phrase 1. Next we ascend to a C5 in phrase 3. This uses the finger bar on the 5th fret of strings 3 and 4. Next we have a partial galloping rhythm with an accent on the 3 count, and then a slide down from the 5th and 6th strings, barring the 15th fret on the 4 count. The count is 1, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4. Phrase 1 through 3 taught us the ascending chord structure of the main riff. To add contrast, phrase 4 drops down to a full G5, 2nd string 3rd fret with the ring finger, open on strings 3 and 4, mute the 5th string with the bottom of your middle finger, which holds the 6th string 3rd fret. Strum down on this chord, switch to a D5 by lifting your middle finger, and add your index finger to the 3rd string's 2nd fret, and strum up on this along with the open 4 and 5th strings. Next, play another D5, but strum down and include the 2nd string 3rd fret, which should still be in place from the G5 chord we started the phrase out with. This is a prime example of how Randy liked to spice things up by playing many variations of the same chord. So we have the G5 to the 3-string D5, then the 4th string D5, and wrap up phrase 4 with the 6th string 3rd fret held with the middle finger, giving it a slight bend. Now that we've learned the basic structure to the verse, for the benefit of the beginner viewers, we'll put it all together at a slow tempo. Phrase 5 will use the same structure as the verse. But at the end, for the guitar fill, after the C5, play the palm-muted rhythm and slide down from the 6th string 12th fret on the 4 count. The guitar fill starts on the 2nd string 1st fret with artificial harmonics, which we learned in the previous lesson can be achieved by allowing the skin of your picking hand to lightly touch the string as you pick. Pick and pull off to the open string. Repeat 2 more times. Go to the 3rd string 2nd fret with artificial harmonics, or AH, and pull to open. Repeat. 4th string 2nd with AH, pull to open. 5th string 3rd with AH, and pull to open, then end on the 6th string 3rd with a slight bend. Crazy Train is a straightforward guitar anthem. Starting with a heavy intro in F-sharp minor, the song modulates to a relative A major verse, then back to F-sharp minor for the chorus, bridge, and solo, featuring a 2-hand tapping intro, lots of bends, and winds down with a scale run from low to high strings. Phrase 1 is a noisy intro to Crazy Train. To mimic the sound of several guitars feeding back, I toggle the pickups off, then strum harmonics above the approximate 24th fret of strings 1 through 4. Just lightly touch the strings where you get harmonics, strum, then toggle the bridge pickup on. Next is a loud pick slide, sawing back and forth from high-pitched strings to lower-pitched strings, and you glide down the neck. Phrase 2 introduces the main riff to the song, starting on the 6th string, 2nd fret with the index finger, 2nd fret again, to the 5th string, 4th fret with the ring, back to the 6th string, 2nd fret, to the 5th string, 5th fret with the pinky, back to the 6th string 2nd, to the 5th string 4, then 6th string 2nd. For the second half, move to the 5th string 2nd fret with the index finger, then the 6th string 5th fret with the pinky, 4th with the ring, back to the 5th fret, 5th string 2nd, then a walk down on the 6th string, 5, 4, then open. These parts repeat several times. In live footage, you could see that Randy played this riff with all downstrokes which gives the notes a heavier sound than alternate picking. To bridge this main riff to the verse, the first half is repeated to the second 5th string 4th fret note, where you pull off to the 5th string open. Strum an open D5 chord, 2nd string 3rd fret with the middle, 3rd string 2nd fret with the index, along with the 4th string open. Then an E chord. 1st and 2nd strings open, 3rd string 1st fret with the index, 4th string 2nd fret with the middle. Strum down on the D5 and up on the E chord. Here's our main riff with a slow practice tempo. Randy executes sharp edge precision on the rhythm guitar parts to Believer. From a haunting main riff to a galloping verse which combines steady palm-muted lows and a fluent ascending melody, yet maintains the perfect balance of heavy metal guitar playing. Later we see a mellow halftime section incorporating more of Randy's classical influences. Then back to a chugging heavy rhythm which brings us to a searing lead guitar solo that combines blues and classical scales, ending with an ascending scale run from the 2nd fret of the low E string to the 10th fret of the high E, then back again for a deep ending. Phrase 2 is the verse, starting on an open E5, 6th string open, 5th string 2nd fret. Then heavy palm mutes on the open 6th string, 3, then 2. Skip to the 4th string, 4th fret with the ring, pick, then hammer to 5 with the pinky, pull to 4, pull to 2 with the index, and then hammer back to 4. Next is the 3rd string 2nd fret, 2nd string 3rd fret, to 1st string open. I pick down on the E5. For the palm mutes, I pick down, up, down, up. Skipping to the 4th string, I pick down, followed by hammer-ons and pull-offs. Up on the 3rd string, down on the 2nd, and up on the 1st. For the first ending, repeat the palm mutes, then a B5, 5th string 2nd and 4th string 4, up to D5, 5th string 5 and 4th string 7. Repeat from the beginning. But for the second ending, play the palm mutes, then the 1st string 3, 2nd string 5, and 3rd string 3. Here you could bar the 3rd fret with your index and play the 5th fret with your ring. You could also move this up an octave, barring the 15th fret with your index and playing the 2nd string 17 with your ring, which is what Randy did on separate guitar tracks as well as in concert. SATO starts with a variety of blended guitar parts for an eerie-sounding clean intro. When the song kicks in, Randy unloads one of his most intricate rhythm guitar parts. Although the main structure is repeated several times, we are able to witness just how brilliant Randy was as each section is repeated with a different approach and several intricate fills. After a musical break, Randy takes one of his longest recorded solos, which has us playing all over the guitar neck, often countering with ascending passages and descending melody. During SATO, Randy almost always played a different repetition for the verse. The song starts out with a pick slide, then pull-offs on the 6-string 3, 2, open. Next is the E5, then E5 drone, then double palm mutes on the 6-string open, then strum the E5 drone, pause and strum again, palm mute the 5th string 7, then drop down to 5, then to C5, then C5 drone, palm mute the 5th string 3rd fret twice, that's a C note, then 2 more C5 drones. To 5th string 3, 2, pull to open, then play A5, A5 drone, 2 palm muted open A bass notes, strum A5 drone, pause and strum twice, then strum only the 1st and 2nd strings twice. Play a single B5, then the walk down riff, 5th string open, 2 pull to open, 6th string 3 with a slight bend, and 2 with vibrato. Phrase 5 comes in with a single open 6-string palm muted lead-in note, then the E5 drone, and strings 1 and 2 by themselves, followed by a riff on the 5th string 7 with the index, 10 with the pinky, pull to 9 with the ring, to 7 with vibrato. Down to the 5th fret, then C5, C5 drone, then the 5th string 3rd fret, to 4th string, 5th with the ring, pull to 4 held by the middle, back to 5 with vibrato. Switch to A5, A5 drone, two A bass notes, strum A5 drone twice, then just the 1st and 2nd strings, switch to B, then walk down, this time hammering the 5th string open to 2, pull off to open, 6th string 3 to 2 with vibrato. Since we'll be repeating this progression often during this lesson, we'll start out slow and build up speed as we progress. Here's phrases 4 and 5 combined with a medium tempo.